Hello again, students. Today in biology we will take the topic genes and chromosomes. In this lesson you will learn to define genes and chromosomes, to describe the structure of genes and chromosomes, and to learn more about importance of genes and chromosomes in our life. Let's start the lesson with a question. Why we have similar features with our parents? The reason of the similitude with our parents is genetics. This science studies the inheritance. It means how offsprings resemble their parents, the diseases that are transmitted from one generation to another. But how the genetic information is inherited to the offspring? The genetic information is inherited to the offspring by genes. A gene is a basic physical and functional unit of heredity. Genes are made up of DNA. Some genes act as instructors to make molecules called proteins. In humans, genes vary in size from a few hundred DNA bases to more than 2 million bases. Every person has 2 copies of each gene, one inherited from each parent. Most genes are the same in all people, but a small number of genes, less than 1% of the total, are slightly different between people. Alleles are forms of the same gene with small differences in their sequence of DNA bases. These small differences contribute to each person's unique physical feature. What are chromosomes? In the nucleus of each cell, the DNA molecule is packaged into thread-like structures called chromosomes. The number of chromosomes is constant inside species, but different between other species. In humans, the number of chromosomes is 46. In each cell, we have 46 chromosomes, which 44 are autosomal, and only 2 are known as chromosomes sexual. The total of 46 chromosomes is the human genome. Our genome consists of 2 sets of 23 chromosomes counterparts. This means that each set have the same characteristic respect the other set, and one comes from mother and the other from father. Each chromosome is made up of DNA tightly coiled many times around proteins, called histons, that support its structure. Each chromosome has a constriction point called the centromere, which divides the chromosome into 2 sections or arms. The short arm of chromosome is labeled the P arm, and the long arm of the chromosome is labeled the Q arm. The location of the centromere on each chromosome gives the chromosome its characteristic shape and can be used to help to describe the location of specific genes. How can affect environment in our genes? As we have seen, your genes are not the only reason for only you are you. Your environment also has a big effect. For example, a child might inherit the genes to grow tall from his parents. But if he doesn't get enough to eat while he is a small child, then he may not grow old. Another example, gorilla can't speak words because she doesn't have genes to build a brain and vocal cord to produce speech. Rafaela and Brad have these genes so they can talk, but they speak in different ways because they have grown in different environments. Now, for homework, you will do exercises 1, 2, and 3 on page 48. Goodbye for today.